Let's call the first official meeting of LNO of the 2024 session to order. And clerk, if you please call the roll.
Representative Banta. Representative Bratcher.
Here.
Representative Callaway.
Present.
Representative Kleins. Representative Dixon.
Here.
Representative Pfister.
Here.
Representative Flannery. Representative Gentry.
Here.
Representative Hevron.
Here.
Representative Herron.
Here.
Representative Huff.
Here.
Representative Jackson.
Present.
Representative Kulkarni. Representative Meredith.
Yes, ma'am.
Representative Neighbors.
Here.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Pratt.
Present.
Representative Smith. Representative Timoney. Chairman Cook.
Here. All right, we have quorum, and let's get started. Before I call the first bill, I'd like to, been chairman for a year now, and like to put out, I'm not going to be, I guess in the spirit of being positive here, I'm going to tell you what I like. I like proactive people, and I like proactive bills. We hear stuff in the interim in LNO for a reason, and that's so that it can be vetted, and that's so that it can be taken care of. So if you're out there, and if you're a group, you're a lobbyist, and this is aimed at several different groups and several different people, let's get it together. Let's work on that back in October, back in November, when we hear it during the interim, so that when it gets to session, that we're ready to go, and we're not doing continual committee subs, we're not worried about floor amendments. I'm a very simple person. I like things to be run clean, okay? So it's early in the session, no harm, no foul. We're going to move forward. But it's very simple formula. Look, if we heard it during the interim and that bill's been filed, you better get busy. Don't wait until we pull it and then it's coming forward and then set 5-alarm fire off. So let's move forward like that. Al Gentry does not like surprises. So we'll keep it running nice and smooth, and let's just go in order. And Representative Williams, you want to take the table?
Thank you, Chairman, Committee, for hearing my bill. This clean, neat bill that's been heard.
Introduce yourself for the record.
My name is Wade Williams, State Representative, Legislative District 4. What I'm here to talk to you about today is House Bill 17. It's really a modernization cleanup bill on a fee structure of the ophthalmic dispensers. And in statute, we're trying to get away from having to put a number in, so we go in every year and we're going to renew those dollar amounts as inflation and whatever else continues to rise. So what this bill does, basically, it strikes out the amount of $75 and adds to the elected board of the dispensary, the dispensers board, and allows them to set that stage or set that amount for their license every year. Very simple.
It is simple. This is a direction that the committee's been moving with other boards. I had it counted up last year. I want to mid to high teens with the boards that have transitioned, taking this out of statute and putting in a regulation. This allows them to be able to control what their fees are, and takes it out of having to run a statute every time. So we have a motion on the bill by Co-Chair Smith and a second by Representative Timoney. Aren't any questions? Let's vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Banta.
Yes.
Representative Bratcher.
Yes.
Representative Callaway.
Yes.
Representative Kleins.
Yes.
Representative Dixon. Yes. Representative Pfister.
Yes.
Representative Flannery. Representative Gentry.
Yes.
Representative Hevron.
Yes.
Representative Herron.
Yes.
Representative Huff.
Yes.
Representative Jackson.
Yes.
Representative Kulkarni.
Yes.
Representative Meredith.
Yes.
Representative Neighbors.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Pratt.
Yes.
Representative Smith. Yes. Representative Timoney. Yes. Chairman Cook.
Yes. Bill passes. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing it on the House floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Committee.
All right. Let's go with Representative Pratt. While he's taking the table, I believe we have a committee sub that we need to bring in. If there's a motion on the committee sub. We have a motion by Representative Timoney, or was that Flannery? Representative Flannery, a second by Representative Pfister. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. All right, Representative Pratt, you're in play with the committee sub on the table.
Yes. Phil Pratt, State Representative, 62nd District.
Matthew Marshall, Frankfurt Fire and EMS Fire Marshal.
Louisville Fire, Brian Muir. Louisville Fire.
Thank you, committee members, for allowing us to bring this bill in front of you. Actually, these gentlemen were the ones who came to me with this, and I'm going to let them do the talking and explain this bill.
First, Mr. Chair, you got me a little excited when you talked about a 5-alarm fire, so my adrenaline's pumping a little bit. But I appreciate you all having me back. I know some of you heard this back in October, but I really appreciate being back here. So I may go over some of the same facts, but updated information. So part of this is we're talking about smoke alarms in residential houses, anything that is sold, property that it changed ownership. And so we're talking about some of the facts that I wanted to get on is residential home fire fatalities. So in 2022, there was 49 that were reported. There could be more, but 49 that reported. I have a list of those. A lot of are unreported or uninvested or still under investigation, but due to heating, electrical fires, things like that. And then 2023 facts are done. There was 45 that were reported. Still, again, there could be more. And then there's already been 2 fire fatalities in 2024 already, and the month is just halfway over. So out of those, 3 out of 5, there was no smoke alarm in those properties. And so that's why we're trying to get to this, to where we can help. That first line of defense is just a smoke alarm. Just we're asking right now with 1 smoke alarm that can be put in a residential house.
Motion on the bill.
We have a motion and a second, but I'm going to let you, gentlemen from Louisville.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to add to that?
No, the only thing to add is that this is a very minimal safeguard, and that's the fact that always sticks in my head is that 3 out of every 5 fire fatalities have no working smoke alarm in the house. So this is a very minor thing, and it will save lives across the Commonwealth.
And again, this is something we've been dealing with Louisville for a long time already. And actually, I think Oldham County just adopted something similar to this. So this is a bill to save lives.
And Representative Pratt, you just want to briefly explain what that committee sub.
Committee sub, basically, what it did, we had a little heartburn from the realtors. We worked with them, that solved that. And also the Public Protection Cabinet also had some concerns that it might actually change code. So we made sure it did not change the codes. And new houses, new buildings don't change. So that was it.
And I believe we have a question from Representative Gentry.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Pratt, I think you might have just answered my first question, which was making sure it didn't violate any codes.
Yes.
And I guess that is what might be out there at a local area, because I know Louisville already has something similar to this, and so it's kind of in compliance with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then if I can, Mr. Chair, just a quick follow-up question. There's no penalties mentioned at all for non-compliance. Does this not address that at all, or?
It does not. No, that was part of the heartburn. We got some groups. So yes, that was unfortunately no.
Okay, thank you.
Representative Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative, I had this discussion with you already on the mandate. Is this I'm just foreseeing what could take place in a year's time in my district. Is there a notification that goes out to say you're required now to put a fire alarm in your house? If so, who puts that out? And is there a time frame? You know, you discussed that there's organizations that give them free. If they'll notify them, they'll come and install them. I'm trying to stay away from a horror story happening. It went crazy when we misspoke on our local ponds being fished by their own people.
Yes.
And I was having a hard time explaining that wasn't the case, but the news was saying it was. So I guess I'm trying to make sure I don't have a firestorm on phone calls saying, so I'm having to put fire alarms now. Where do I get them? What am I going to do? I can't afford them. Those type of things.
Well, first of all, the Red Cross will give you one, install it for you free of charge anywhere across the state of Kentucky. Also, this only affects if you're selling your house, not if you already. It only comes in effect when
Okay.
you sell it.
That's-
That's when it comes in effect.
That's good enough. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Bratcher.
Just two quick ones. The seller is basically responsible for making sure that this is disclosed.
Yes.
Is that the way it works in Louisville?
Yes, sir.
Because usually, you know, like a lot of inspections in Metro and elsewhere, like the final, like master electrician will sign off on certain things.
In Louisville, it's just a form that's a part of every real estate packet.
Okay.
That where the realtor says, okay, Mr. Owner, Mrs. Owner, did you install these? Yes, we confirm it. We're done.
Okay. And then one quick one. You said the Red Cross will come and do what, Phil?
If you call the Red Cross and notify them you need a smoke alarm, they will come anywhere in Kentucky and install it free of charge.
Anybody, anywhere, anytime?
Yes. So the regional CEO, Steve Kananen, he, I spoke with him. We meet once a month with a board here in Frankfurt. And so, like, Frankfurt Fire, we're partners with Red Cross. So we have an agreement where we receive smoke detectors and we install them on behalf of Red Cross. But other locations, jurisdictions that may have a volunteer department that may not have agreement, they can get on their Red Cross website and for part of the Kentucky Home Fire Campaign, and they can get on here. They can contact like even their volunteer department or a city organization and get a hold of Red Cross and say, hey, I'm in need of a smoke alarm. And what they'll do is they'll set up an appointment time and they'll come out and put in a 10-year lithium battery smoke alarm.
And they'll come and inspect somebody's, like you say, I just want somebody to inspect and
do
see
it.
if everything's
And
working.
Yes, sir. That's part of it. So
Wow.
they do.
It's a good
they-
Facebook post here now.
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of that. We share a lot of social media about Red Cross partnerships because they do a fire safety prevention, safety home check, and install a smoke alarm for you.
And in Scott County, we just had a group who reached out to the local fire department for a smoke alarm. They did, and the next day the house caught fire, and they said without that smoke alarm, they would have all perished.
Wow. Quickly, just, are there situations where this could have really saved somebody's life or property?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
mean, because they didn't have a functioning alarm, smoke alarm. And
Yes,
it's,
sir. Go ahead.
That's part of the reasoning we were talking about in Bullitt County. Why they have adopted the ordinance is because there was a 3 fatality fire with no working smoke
yeah, I
alarms.
do remember that.
And so now they're adopting that ordinance, but that's the issue is that there's small jurisdictions and areas that are adopting an ordinance. And we were thinking, why can't we have this across the state? I mean, here locally, I don't have it in Franklin County. I don't have it in Georgetown and Scott County. And so let's just cover the state and help save lives together now instead of individually over time. Be proactive, like the chairman said.
And Representative Herron.
Thank you, Chairman. You all mentioned earlier about not knowing the number of fatalities. Where typically does that reporting go to? So if a county loses 2 people in a house fire, who do they report that to? And do we need to look at some type of mandate or creating something where those fatalities are reported to?
Yeah, I would. I think that would be very beneficial. Departments can choose to submit their, annual statistics to the U.S. Fire Administration, and then if they fill out those forms and it goes to FEMA, then they can say, hey, in Kentucky, you had 77 fatalities last year. 40% were because of electrical fires, whatever it was. As it stands, that is voluntary. And so we kind of, FEMA or the U.S. Fire Administration will monitor local news stories, and so they kind of give you an approximation that, 77 people were killed in Kentucky last year, approximation. We also tried to go through medical examiner's office to get a final determination. So it's kind of pieced together. There is no one entity that can give you an actual number in Kentucky.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Banta,
Yes.
Representative Bratcher,
Yes.
Representative Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Kleins,
Yes.
Representative Dixon, Representative Pfister,
Yes.
Representative Flannery, Representative Gentry,
Yes.
Representative Heverin,
Yes.
Representative Herron,
Yes.
Representative Huff,
Yes.
Representative Jackson,
Yes.
Representative Kulkarni,
Yes.
Representative Meredith,
Yes, ma'am.
Representative Neighbors,
Yes.
Representative Palumbo, Representative Pratt,
Yes.
Representative Smith, Representative Timoney,
Yes.
Chairman Cook.
Yes, bill carries. Look forward to hearing it on the floor. Had a request from Co-Chair Smith over here. He wanted a copy of the information that you held up there with the Red Cross on it. So maybe
Absolutely.
just if we could get that out to the
I
committee.
can
Representative
I can email it to Representative Pratt. That'd be great. And he
I'll
can
get my
share it.
LA sent out there, baby. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you all very
Testimony
much.
this
Thank
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, members.
All right. Representative Banna's moving forward, and while she's moving up there, I believe it's her birthday. So let's sing happy birthday to Representative Banna. Somebody want?
Thank you. All right.
That was a horrible rendition of happy birthday.
It's all right.
We
It's
won't do
very
that
nice.
again, but it embarrassed you, so it served its purpose.
It did. It did. It did.
If you'll just state your name for the record, and
Yes.
you may proceed.
Kim Banta. I represent the 63rd, and that's part of Kenton and Boone counties in Kentucky. For those of you that have been on L&O a while, I'm sure you are very tired of this bill. It's not overly complicated, but it allows anonymity for people who win the lottery. I started with it being if you win $1 million, found out actually there's I believe they told me 25 people in the state of Kentucky that could win $1 million this year playing the lottery. I don't play, so I didn't. I thought that was amazing. But we want to allow people anonymity, whether they win $500 or whether they win $500 million. Then that way they can take their money and go off, and you can't use their face or their name or anything to promote the winnings.
So the part that made it, took it from $1 million to any winnings was actually in a committee sub, so we need a motion and a second. We have a motion by Representative Dixon. We have a second by Representative Pratt. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The committee sub is approved, and you've already heard from Representative Banta what it does. We have a motion on the bill. We have a motion by Representative Smith and a second by Representative Timoney. Are there any questions or comments? Representative Flannery?
Very briefly, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Banta, is it still 1 year, or does the committee sub change the timeline on anonymity?
It's in forever.
Forever, okay. All right, thank you.
Now, sorry, I didn't mean to, but it is absolutely your choice. If you win and you choose to have your likeness or your amount plastered everywhere, that's your choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the committee sub have any sort of oversight with the lottery board as to, I guess,
You
what
mean
function-
punishments?
what
No.
function they would play in this?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Representative Banta,
Yes.
Representative Bratcher,
Yes.
Representative Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Kleins,
Yes.
Representative Dixon, Representative Pfister,
Yes.
Representative Flannery, Representative Gentry,
Explain my vote, please.
Yes.
I would just like to say that now when I win the lottery, I can sell my services to market for the Lottery Commission too. So I'm a yes.
Representative Heverin,
Yes.
Representative Herron,
Yes.
Representative Huff,
Yes.
Representative Jackson,
Yes.
Representative Kulkarni,
Yes.
Representative Meredith, Representative Neighbors,
Yes.
Representative Palumbo, Representative Pratt,
Yes.
Representative Smith. Representative Timoney.
Yes.
Chairman Cook.
Yes. Happy birthday. Your bill carried. Your
Thank
bill
you very
passes.
much, everybody.
Look forward to seeing you on the floor. And, well, yeah, we'll see if we can do that. All right, is there a motion to adjourn? We've got a motion to adjourn. We have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.